Before this video begins, make sure you guys subscribe. Also, make sure you join my new Discord server. Lastly, if you want some merch, the link is in the description, and make sure you follow me on all my social medias. Yo, what's up guys? It's Nick from Begins Gaming, and welcome back to another MLB The Show 21 news videos. Today, we are going to be breaking down the career of another new legend that was just revealed, as well as predicting some cards. So, yeah, this one's a pretty special one. It's Roberto Clemente. And we just got the trailer yesterday. They dropped it out of nowhere. And they revealed Roberto Clemente. And this is probably going to be one of the better videos of, it's definitely going to be the best new legend in the game this year. But, yeah. So, Roberto Clemente. Those of you guys who are younger than me, because obviously I was not able to watch him play. Most people in the community were not even able to watch him play. So I'm just going to give you a little breakdown of why Roberto Clemente is such a special player on and off the field. So Roberto Clemente, he's from Puerto Rico. And he had a Hall of Fame career, all with the Pittsburgh Pirates. He was a really good player. The one thing that he was known for the most was his rocket arm. He probably has the greatest arm of all time in the outfield. That's the thing he was well known for, but that's not the only thing he was elite at. He was a really good hitter, a really good fielder as well. But the main reason why Roberto Clemente is so special to Puerto Ricans and just in general is because when he was 36 or 37, it was near the end of his career. He still had a couple seasons left, but he was still in his prime. He ended up tragically dying in a plane crash, and that plane was him going to Puerto Rico and helping out the people who needed his help. So that's really what makes this story so special, and why he's one of the all-time greats, and why people, especially Puerto Ricans, want a Roberto Clemente Day as well as a Jackie Robinson Day, which I think would be really cool. They just added the Lou Gehrig Day, which is for ALS. I think that would be really cool, and I think that would be a dub. But that's the backstory of his career. So now let's get into the Baseball Reference stats. So here are his hitting stats. So you can see his final season was in 72 before the accident. He was 37. So he played for a long time. You see all these All-Star games, all these MVP finishes. He only won one MVP though, which is pretty shocking, and we'll see an MVP card in later on in this video. But as you can see, if you guys look at my cursor right here, look at all of those Gold Gloves. He was so good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 straight Gold Gloves. Could have been a couple more. All-Stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 years. Also could have been longer. But Roberto Clemente, if we take a look at his hitting, he always had a high batting average. He hit 351 one year. He also had good on-base percentage. The strikeouts weren't incredibly high until it hasn't been incredibly high. But his strikeouts weren't horrible. The power was not elite, but he still had some power. I think without a doubt they're going to juice his power way higher than what he should get, just because it's Roberto Clemente and he's going to be the collection reward. So, and that's not confirmed, but it's like 99% chance of happening. They're going to juice his power, and you'll see that later on in the cards that I'm going to show you. But he was one of the all-time greats. Here are his splits against right-handed pitching. He was worse contact, but significantly better power. And then against lefties, he was better for contact and worse for power. So keep in mind when you look at the stats of these cards. And then here's his fielding. It is very long, so you might have to zoom in a little. But, I mean, the 12 straight Gold Gloves, I mean, that should tell you something. That should mean he's one of the best fielders in the game. That's all you really need to know. He played right field primarily. He could also play left and center. So, yeah, now we're going to go into the first card, and I made the next two cards that you're going to see. So let's move the face cam. So Roberto Clemente, right? He is one of the all-time greats in the field and just one of the all-time greats in general. This card that I made is based off his 1956 season, which is his second season. This, I gave him a breakout card. Now, with these big legends, like these all-time great legends that they've added into the game every year, they always have their 99 as the collection reward, and then they always have like an 86 or an 85 in like some pre-order pack. This is, I think a card could be very similar to this in that pre-order pack. Last year, we had the 86 Mickey Mantle, and we had all the other guys too. But I feel like we could definitely get this Clemente in that pack. This is his breakout season. In that year, I think he hit 350 something against lefties, or 330 something, somewhere around there. But that's probably top 5 in the league. He didn't really have much power though, so I wouldn't be surprised if the power is bad in like a low diamond card, but in the high diamond cards, they're going to juice the power. Fielding, he wasn't elite yet. He didn't win a Gold Glove until his 5th or 6th season, but he was still good, so I have him as an 88 fielder, and his arm was always good. 93 arm strength, 92 arm accuracy, 83 reaction. He always had some speed, but he didn't really steal that many bases, so I gave him 70 speed, 42 stealing, 55 base running aggressiveness. Double diamond. This is a cool card that's going to be pretty cheap. So yeah. The next one that I made is a prime card. And the prime Roberto Clemente, I think this would be the best version of him. So if you look at this card, 122, 125 contact. I didn't max it out on both sides because I feel like against righties, if you want to be maxed out in contact, you have to be like 340 or 330 lifetime, or like 350 even, and he isn't there. He's there against lefties, and he's still incredibly good contact-wise against righties with 122, and if this card is prestigiable, you can just max that out. With power, now, if I'm being brutally honest, I think Roberto Clemente's power in his best card, if you look at the stats, should be 87 against righties and 81 against lefties. But here's the thing. They're not going to do that, and rightfully so. They're going to juice his power because he's going to be the collection reward, and it's Roberto freaking Clemente. They're just going to do it. So I think they're going to go even higher than guys like Ty Cobb and Honus Wagner with 113, 106. And keep in mind, he also played, I think he played at Forbes. It was either Forbes or another old stadium, I can't remember. But yeah, he played in a stadium that has a really deep center field. So that really diminished his power. And if you look at that fielding, I mean, 99, 99, 99, 99. For fielding, arm strength, arm accuracy, and reaction. I think he definitely deserves that. Speed, I juiced that. I think that's also a little generous, the speed and the stealing. 86 speed, not incredibly generous, but the stealing, 71's a little generous. He didn't really steal many bases in his career. I just put it up there. But no matter what 99 Clemente we get, it's going to be in a league card because he's one of the all-time greats. Now for the last custom card, once again made by my friend Ryan on Twitter. His handle's right there. MVP card from 1966, I'm pretty sure that says. If you look at his hitting stats, it's a worse hitting card, and I think this card should be a worse hitting card than his prime card because this wasn't his best hitting year. Like, it's kind of crazy to think about it. This MVP season was not his best hitting season. It was still very good, so it makes sense why his hitting stats are a little worse. But it wasn't his best hitting season, so that's why the hitting stats all go down a little. Fielding-wise, still maxed out. Speed-wise, still decently there. I think this card would be really good as well. So Roberto Clemente MVP card, I think it would look something similar to this. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I love doing these videos because it helps me it helps educate myself about legends. I didn't really learn too much because I already knew about Roberto Clemente, but Guys like Alfonso Soriano. I knew about his Yankee career because I'm a Yankees fan, but like the career after, I didn't really know much about. It was cool to learn about because I'm only 17. You know, I've been watching baseball for like 5 or 6 years. That's it. And like for Grady Sizemore, it's just cool. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been your host Nick from Begins Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.